My name is Sam Sinemekan Dubisi. I am from Enugu State. I am into POS business. That is point of sales. Initially, I am a graduate of microbiology. During the COVID-19, that is 2019, there was a hiatus. So, and due to the COVID-19 protocol, I was actually pursuing a career in medicine as a second degree. So I got an admission. Shortly after the admission, the COVID thing came about. That was in 2018. Then in 2019, COVID thing came about. Then I had no choice. I was at home for a while. Then a friend introduced me to the sense of being at home. Why don't you kickstart something? So I thought of it as a distraction at first because I never knew when the prevalence is going to last. I said, what if I start and along the line we are called back to school and I must have lost a lot, because medicine is not something that you can just come anytime and you need to be fully abreast at all times. So I decided to, when it lingered for like 6 months, I had no choice but to venture into it. I learned for some couple of weeks, like let's say 3 weeks, almost a month. Then after that, I kickstarted mine with his assistance because he assisted me financially. And since then, I can say the business has really come a long way in assisting me financially to tackle some expenditures in school and otherwise. I was supposed to work somewhere in the hospital. I applied. So the pay was quite low. They said they'll pay 20,000, and I was supposed to work morning and night in the lab department, because that is actually my forte. It's related to my own field. It's a private hospital, so I wasn't comfortable with that 20,000. So before a friend told me that okay, he has been in the business and within that 1 month I can actually get more than that. So I said okay, let me give it a try. And again, another thing that deterred me or prevented me from entering into doing the medical stuff, that is the hospital stuff. The man said he would pay me after 3 months. The first payment will come after 3 months to see my commitment. So I wasn't comfortable. I said, okay, does it mean that within that 3 months, if I am called back to school, before the expiry, the 3 months elapsed, if I'm called back to that, I'm going to lose everything I've worked for. So I decided to say, okay, no, I'm not going to go into it. Let me just stick with the petty business, of which I'll be the CEO. And if peradventure I'm called back, I can easily close or I can know how to manage the two. Money is a huge factor. The money was too small, 1, 2. The other condition, he said, after 3 months. And the COVID thing, I didn't know when they would call off. They could just wake up after a month or 2 months and say, okay, all of you should return back to, especially my field, we're into medical. So it's not like the random courses. So you can just call us back and we'll start. And at the end of the day, the man won't pay me because there's a written agreement that after 3 months before I'll get my first salary. So I think those are the two major factors, that the money, then the condition that was attached to it. All my life I grew up in business because I'm from Igbo land, the southern east. So we are known for business, and I actually grew up from a business family. But my other brother was a shoe dealer. So, and all the while I was there, although I wasn't the main person there because I was still very tender. But I do come to shop and stay and play. I wasn't paying so much attention, but at least I know what is going on over there. So until when I left, when I finished my secondary school and I went into university, then after my university days, I wanted to go back into, so that was my dream course. That was my dream course, which is medicine. But I got admission like twice. They were not medicine, so they advised me that I should do the other one. Then when I'm done, I will come back to medicine. which I accepted. Then along the line, after the first degree, they lost the zeal. The advice they were giving me after then was filled with bias, and I personally understood with them, because they were not saying things out of. At that time, some of them had just one kid, so were not married. But now, some are married with a couple of kids. So, and it will be irrational for me to start placing heavy demands on them. Just like every other business that have its ups and downs, the same thing is applicable here. But money and its sensitive nature. So people will always be very, very, very extra careful when they are dealing with money. There are a lot of challenges that is in the business, but what do? We can't help it but learn to manage them. There is no day we don't experience trouble of different kinds in this business, because the network deals with Wave. So anything that has to do with Wave, you can, just like the local, when you make calls, you can't say, okay, the network can be good this minute, the next second it will turn to something else. And if, for instance, when a customer is debited, supposing it is his last cash, the last money in his account, the kind of crisis that will instigate. So we see different types of, but we just learn to devise diplomatic ways of managing them. But it depends on how it comes and the way people react to things. People react differently to things. The way this person will handle crisis is different from, like, you step on someone now. Some person can say, oh, sorry. The person you stepped on can say, oh, sorry. But another person, before you even take your leg off, you receive a hit or a beat on your back or any part of your body. So for me, I'll try at first, because it is my duty to plead with you, because you came to me. I will just tell you, okay, Oga, we are sorry, this thing happened this way. It's not really my fault, but let's give it a time. It may come back, because I think to a reasonable extent, I already understood the business. So I'll try to tell you in the best language you understand. But some persons wouldn't want to, no matter how you try to calm down, for them to understand for where. So, but you can't fight them, even like that. Maybe if 2 or 3 persons come around and they join forces to explain to the man, it may calm down a bit. I will not say it is so much an easygoing business, because every business have its intricacies, and POS is not an exemption, in the sense that the risk factors that is involved in POS is way more than so many other minor businesses. It is easier for you to come to someone's shop, walk up to somebody's shop, pick up a goods and make payments. But in POS, there are so many factors that you don't even have solution to. There are so many factors, so many things that you cannot even say, okay, I'm in perfect control of this situation. No. So that is basically, but for a newly graduated student, or someone who just graduated newly and want to venture into, it's a good but you have to consider some factors like location and prepare yourself for the security challenges that comes down with it. Then learn, if you can understand the business very well. I think it's a good way to start a living. The challenges has been there, I will remain there. You can never permanently erase challenges because they're part of life. But just like the case of Nigeria, I have not been to any other country, but from what I read in the news and the media, I think Nigeria needs some level of sanity, especially among the youth. But the orientation now among the youth is, and I wouldn't blame them much, because right from the government, I don't think they are doing their job properly or adequately. So I would advise that if Nigerian youth can venture more into skills, learn 1 or 2 skills. If you get government job, fine, it's an advantage, to be an advantage. If you don't get, so that you will not pour out all your frustration on the government and on yourself, and at the end of the day it will cause more harm than good.